Good evening, everyone. It's Jackson from Bored and Annoyed. I just got out of the new Sicario movie. That was a weird one. A lot of very cool action scenes. It's gritty like the first one was. It's timely as far as the plot is concerned. There's a lot of stuff that's been in the news lately that I think it'll remind people of. Performances are good. Brolin and Benicio del Toro are fantastic as usual, and I'd say the standout is the little girl who was in the 5th Transformers movie is in it. She's really good. The plot of this one basically is that there's a couple terrorist attacks, suicide bombers, and it is discovered that they came through Mexico. They were smuggled in by the Mexican cartels helped them get across the border. So the CIA decides to incite a war between cartels because they're easier to deal with when they're fighting amongst each other, and they've now been designated terrorist organizations because they're helping terrorists cross the border. They decide to incite a war between two rival cartels by a false flag kidnapping of the daughter of the head of one of the cartels. Obviously, things don't go as planned. Yeah, pretty good movie. I can see why people aren't as warm towards it as the first one because mostly of the editing. There's a lot of shit in there that irritates me in movies where you'll have a cut to a new shot or whatever, and all of a sudden it goes from night to day in the snap of a finger. There's not much. Something happened in editing, I think. The director is not the same. The writer is the same, and that's Taylor Sheridan. He did Hell or High Water, the first Sicario, and Wind River, and this was far and away the worst movie of his that I've seen. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. I didn't think it was bad. I would still recommend you go see it if you like the first one. But it's not going to be, a classic like the first one was. I heard there's already a third one coming, so hopefully that's better. One thing I will note that I noticed in the movie is watch out for the terrible mother at the beginning of the movie. The movie starts out with, one of those, it's real messy from the get-go. It's one of those things where, they're going from place to place. Like one scene takes place at the border, another will take place in, Africa somewhere, and it's just cutting from place to place and telling you at the bottom, Somalia or wherever they are. And it's just like, I don't know, I can't stand it when movies do that. I feel like it's, it's really messy. It doesn't let you really get attached to anything from the get-go. So that's one thing I noted. But yeah, in one of those scenes, there's a fantastically terrible mother. But yeah, I don't know. If you notice it, let me know. But yeah, I would recommend going to see it if you like the first one. Other than that, I mean, it was okay. I wasn't too crazy about it. So you guys have a good evening, and make sure you listen to us on Tuesday because we'll get into more details on this movie. And yeah, should be good. Have a good night.